There's a new experimental cancer vaccine showing promise in reducing risk of death or relapse in skin cancer.
Today, to talk more about the Moderna and Merck vaccine, our 9 health expert, Dr. Payal Kohli, joins us. Relapse, something coming back. That's always a fear with cancer patients, and I assume melanoma, absolutely part of it too.
Very much so. Melanoma is the most aggressive skin cancer out there. And what this vaccine did was actually study stage 3 and stage 4 patients. So the most aggressive of the melanoma patients. And it was really incredible because this is the 3-year data. So they've previously reported year 1 and year 2. But at 3 years, we're seeing nearly a 50% reduction in mortality. That means 1 more out of every 2 people's lives saved and a 62% reduction in rate of relapse.
Wow.
So this is a home run on every level. And I'm even more curious to see the 4 and 5 year data because those mortality curves are starting to flatten, which means this may have really been something that could potentially turn melanoma into a chronic illness rather than a death sentence.
And I'm curious, we heard so much after COVID about mRNA. How did that play specifically? How does that component play into this?
So very cool. So what they're doing is the 2 companies are partnering, Moderna, which makes the messenger RNA vaccine, and then Merck, which makes Keytruda, which is an immunotherapy. It's not a chemotherapy, but it sort of trains your immune system to see the cancer better. Oh. So they're pairing that with this messenger RNA vaccine, and it's a personalized vaccine. So that's what's really cool about this. They take your specific cancer, biopsy it, take your normal cells and compare how your cancer cells look with your normal cells, where the mutations are, and then design a vaccine specific for your immune system to learn how to attack that specific cancer. Using the same technology that we did for COVID, where we used messenger RNA to sort of train our immune system. So putting the 2 together, it's revolutionary.
I mean, any cancer patient ever is going to hope that this means something big for them.
This means something big for the field of cancer. So first, we're now talking personalized medicine. So we're not hitting everybody with the same drugs, knowing that every single cancer has different mutations. In fact, it's like a fingerprint, what your cancer-specific mutations are. Second, to me, it reflects sort of a partnership. You know, different companies with different types of drugs coming together to really create these combination therapies so that we can really sort of outsmart the cancer. My questions are really cost and then accessibility. When will this start getting into the markets?
Well, that was what I was going to ask you. So is there no answer to that just yet? Because you get so excited about these things, but then that accessibility level at what point is going to really, truly start helping people?
You know, we're a few years away. And so at the earliest, so this was a phase 2 trial. Now they're going to go into phase 3, which are larger trials to look for safety and efficacy, sort of confirm the findings. Now, thankfully, so far, the safety signals seem very reassuring. Besides feeling a little crummy the day of the vaccine, we're not seeing a lot more side effects with this. So that's very reassuring, but phase 3 will confirm that. So some countries like the United States may want to wait until we get into full phase 3, which will be 2028. Other countries are really trying to expedite because every day, month, or year that we wait is potentially a cancer patient suffering without this new treatment. So some are saying as early as 2025 we could have some of this.
And when we think of mRNA vaccines, I'm thinking of our COVID years. Is this just a one-off? Are you coming back routinely to get it again and again?
Yeah, that's a great question. So that's another thing that in phase 3 we'll have to sort of think about. Right now they've only studied it sort of as a one-off, but you can imagine if somebody's more than 5 or 6 or 7 years out of their mRNA vaccine and you're talking about maintaining a state of remission where the cancer is not coming back, you may want to give them a boost to kind of keep that immune surveillance up.
It's really exciting to hear about, truly. All right, Dr. Kohli, thank you as always.